It all started on a Thursday morning at 4 a.m. What a terrible hour to be awake. My whole right side started feeling like I was having a stroke. My whole right face went super weak, side went limp, and I felt like I was having a stroke. So quickly, me and my wife rushed to the ER. I had a doctor tell me, "You're not having a stroke. Go home, you're okay." They're doctors. Of course I trust him. Nothing against him. He didn't know. But I went home. My dear cousin, who is also a doctor, reached out and told me that doesn't seem to be a normal thing. Go back. So 6 hours later, me and my wife jump in our car and go straight back to the ER. I beg the doctor to do an MRI of my brain. For those of you who don't know what an MRI is, MRI is a medical image technique that uses powerful magnets and radio waves to create a detailed picture of the inside of the body, especially for soft tissues. It does a bunch of images, and they did it on my brain. For some of you that know, MRIs last 30, 40 minutes. I was in there for an hour and 45 minutes. I knew something was wrong. My heart was beating. My brain was freaking out, as you can imagine, making everything worse. And I'm stuck in this tight tube, and I was stuck. And I get pulled out, and the technician didn't really want to talk. I could tell something was wrong. It's not their job to tell me what's wrong. So I go back to my room. We got our results on our phone. My wife, being awesome, reaches out to my cousin. She goes through my notes with her on the phone and tell me I have lesions on my brain. Lesions, or MS lesions, damage areas in the brain or spinal cord caused by multiple sclerosis. They form when the immune system attacks the protective myelin around nerves, leading to inflame and scarring. For those of you who don't know, it's stuff on my brain. They swell, and they make it so my nerves attack each other. And it's a simple way of putting it. The doctor comes in 2 hours later, mind you. So all this anticipation, our mental health's going insane. We don't know what's going to happen. I immediately get transported to a different hospital. At 2 a.m., I walk into a room. A doctor sits me down, tells me I could have Lou Gehrig's disease, cancer, all these different options, because it's their job to tell you what it could possibly be. Now, we panic. I'm sorry, I'm 29 years old, we have social media, and I panic. I spiral. My wife, being amazing, tries to keep me together, but I'm spiraling. Immediately, wake up the next morning. For those of you that don't know about hospitals, they wake you up every 2 hours. They take so much blood, they're vampires. And all my blood gets tested. I am awoken by a neurologist. For those that you don't know, brain, the nerves, that's them. So from there, I then talk to him and I say, "Doc, what's going on?" He tells me, "Hey, due to your mother having MS, you have lesions on your brain, as you know. I am 85% sure you have MS." Now, for a little backstory, my mom had MS. She had to walk with a cane and a brace. She could walk, but you guys can imagine, a little difficult. But she still was my mother. She raised me until she got cancer, but she had an autoimmune disease, so it was easier for her to get cancer. So I start to panic when he tells me I'm essentially have what my mom has. I picture my walking, my driving, everything going out the window. So I panic. Another spiral. As you can imagine, I freak out, brain's exploding. I'm trying to play it cool. You know us guys. I struggled with that. That's the transparently honest with you. I struggled with playing it cool. He tells me it'll be okay. Let me test your spine. They take me down. I get a spinal tap. For those of you who don't know, they pull fluid off your spine. Kind of a scary experience. I've had a lot of surgeries, so it was another day for me. I'm just trying to see what's wrong, see if I am going to continue living, what my life is going to change, how I'm going to mentally prepare for that. Am I going to panic worse than I already am? It's a nightmare. So instantly they do the spinal tap. Doctors, again, were wonderful, trying to give me confidence. I go to bed, still no results. Hospitals take forever. It's how it is. They test you for everything. Following morning happens. Neuro comes back in. Same doctor. Explains to me from 85%, he is 95% I have MS. I have no lesions down my spine or my neck, which is a good thing. So I am getting diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I freak because I, again, had a mother that couldn't walk well. You know, I love her, but she had disabilities. As any human, we panic. I then realize that, hey, maybe it could be worse, right? I try to start thinking, it could be worse. Well, the doctor does enlighten me, hey, you'll still be able to walk, you'll still be able to do things, you're going to get infusions, your life's going to change. But for me, I felt it was going to change for the better. So we leave the hospital, I go home, and I spiral for the third or fourth time Honestly, guys, I was spiraling more than I knew what to do. Depression hit everything. I then go to the internet, go to social media, go to everything to try to fix what I can. Try to see what I can do, what vitamins I can take. I don't want to take 90 pills a day. That's not a life I want. My family had to do that. Why do I want to do that? So instantly, I then decide, hey, we're going to see what we can do. Through mental health sites, through YouTube, through everything, I research and find out that guess what? It's going to be okay. Just focus on mental health and it will get better, get healthier. So I am now going to the gym, walking when I can, because there are some days that it's okay. No one's up to everything every day. That's fine. That's life. Whether that day I got out of bed, I take that as a reward. I then will go sit at my computer and I will watch a funny video. I will research stuff. I try to get my brain off of it. Try to think of the positives. Through doing this journey, it has definitely taught me a lot that as humans, we spiral. We go through all the emotion. But after all of it, my biggest advice to anybody, accepting that it will be okay, that life will continue going on with our best foot forward. I try to put my best thoughts forward too, is a good way to say it. If you guys have dealt with a mental illness, a disability, or anything, felt like there was no other option, and then found a way to cope with it, please comment what you did. Now, if you guys have made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe to the journey, and let's start an incredible community so we can help each other.